Hey guys, welcome back to the Crochet with Kelsey channel. I'm Kelsey, I'm a crochet artist and small business owner, and I have a market coming up in 10 days. So in this video today, I'll be showing you kind of my process 10 days out from the market versus the night before. As some of you probably know if you watch my last video, I took most of my inventory to the Lone Star Mercantile where I have a booth. So looking at my inventory is a little nerve-wracking because I have never had this little inventory since I first started off. So I made a promise to myself for this market that I'm not going to stress about making as many things as I can. I'm going to bring whatever I make and I'm going to be happy with it, because so many times I forget that this is not my full-time job. This is a side hustle. It's also a hobby that I enjoy. So I need to stop being so serious about it all the time and working myself to the bone, because it's really just not worth it. And I feel like working so hard all the time kind of takes the joy out of things a little bit. So I'm just gonna do as much as I can and enjoy what I'm making along the way these next 10 days, and we'll just see how much I have at the end. So let's go ahead and check out what inventory I have available. So I actually wanted a quick little project the other night, and I decided to make a couple of my little Leaf the Garden sprites. How cute are they? This is my Leaf the Garden sprite pattern. This is my OG Leaf that I made, but he's the OG, so I'm keeping him. And he has a little leaf on his head and he has a little dandelion. So he's super cute, but I got super inspired by my friend Allie McKenzie Crafts, because whenever she tested, she did a little celestial version with a little star, and I just thought it was cute, and I wanted to use my white pupil eyes because it's hard for me to find good uses for them. So I was like, oh, they look like cute little alien babies. So I do have these that I'm going to be taking with me. I also really quickly just wanted to show you the difference between Parfait Chunky and a really good chenille yarn from Zaddy's Crafts. It's the same hook size, the same pattern, everything's the same. This is just so much plusher though. So anyway, I thought that was kind of fun because I made them at the same time, so I know my tension was the same and everything, but they're super cute together still, and I really like them. The biggest item that I will be taking to the market is my Winnie the Dragon, and this is a pattern by my friend Millie from Red Mills Crochet. I feel like I usually have a bunch of stuff this size, but this time this is gonna be my biggest piece. It's good to have something bigger to help fill up my space. And this cute little lizard that I also showed off in my last vlog is probably my second biggest item that I have, so I will be taking him as well. I have this little dino that I'm going to take, Dudley the Dino from KP Crochet Creations. I've got 3 little snugglers from Pebble Crochet's little Pokemon patterns. So we have Mew, Pikachu, and Squirtle is the latest one that I just finished. I'm just not realizing how many Pokemon plushies I have, so this is actually a good thing. So I have this little Mew that I've had for a while from Squishy Stitches pattern. It's from the Ramen Noodle pattern, but I separated them and sold them separately, and the ramen sold. But I don't know if y'all saw my recent reel on Instagram, but somebody actually dropped this onto the ground and it was all dirty on the bottom, so I couldn't sell it for a while and I just needed to clean it, and I finally did, and so now it's ready again and it looks good as new. I also have a lot of Pokemon plushies from Crafted for Comfort. So we've got Espeon and Umbreon and Charmander and Snorlax and Sableye, and last but not least, Cubone. And Hege actually has these little skulls and bones that you can get 3D printed off of her shop, and I would highly recommend it. They're all just super cute. I love her little Pokemon patterns. They're super quick to work up, and I honestly think this is the most Pokemon that I'm going to have at a market. So let's hope they do well for me. I don't know, I kind of don't want to give him up. He's too cute. What? Another Pokemon pattern? This is the Twiggy pattern from Aaron's Yarnimals, and he's just a little chunk. I also got some dragons. So I have this dragon snuggler, and I have this little Astra, the baby dragon, Milk and Cookie. My little mama made mini plushies. I still have to add eyes to that one. A little Piper the puppy. This is actually one of my patterns. Believe it or not, more dragons. From Kendall's patterns, we got Big Papa Snuggler Dragon and Little Bitty Baby Dragon. Look at the size difference. And we got a party pal, woohoo! His balloon is going a little limp, so I'll have to repose that. But this is one of my Patreon exclusive patterns, and that is all of the larger plushies that I have. And after showing them all to you, I'm feeling a lot better about this. It actually seems like I have more than I thought that I did. I also just went and checked, and I have 6 mystery boxes, and I usually like to bring 9 or 10. At the event that I'm doing next weekend, the mystery boxes have sold pretty well at that particular event, so I'm definitely going to try to make a few more of those. As for the smaller items, I typically like to have a box of $12 items and $10 items, just so that those people that aren't willing to spend as much money have a place where they can kind of shop around and have some different options. So here's what we're rocking with right now. This is a little empty, so I am going to try to make some more items for this. We have a few of the itty bitty veggies from Zach's patterns, a little garden hoe, crochet, fruit snail, one of my mochi monsters. This is a free pattern on my Instagram. A couple of leggy froggies. I don't know why I made 2 pink ones. All the green ones sold forever ago. I personally don't really like making the leggy froggies, even though they used to sell really well, because just like chaining up and down, I don't know, it's not fun for me. I know a lot of people love the pattern, and I used to love the pattern, but I'm kind of out of my leggy frog era now. But we have those guys. I also made 2 of my little Benny the Bears, and they're gonna go for $12. And then my little mouse from Crochet by Jenna's book is going in there. I'm thinking that I could make a couple more mice and then a couple of her possums to go in here, and I feel like that would fill up this basket. In the past, I actually had a little display of only possums, and those did really well. So if I can fill this up with something else, I might try to pull off the possum display again, but we'll just have to see how I'm feeling, because I'm not gonna stress myself out this time, remember? So that's what I have for my little $12 items. And for my $10 items, so it looks like I don't have anything for my $10 item, but I do have a lot of keychains and claw machine items. It looks like I do actually have 2 little plushies that were part of my $10 basket. I guess the rest of them sold out at my last markets, but I got a bunch of keychains here, so I'm going to see how many I have and then kind of make a game plan for how many more I would like to make. And then I also have my claw machine items in here as well, so I'm going to kind of do the same and count how many of those I have and kind of gauge how many more I would like to have by the time that the market rolls around. And if you haven't seen my claw machine Buddies pattern pack, you're missing out. It's these patterns that fit perfectly in a little claw machine. And I love my claw machine. It always brings a lot of business to my booth. So I honestly think I have plenty of claw machine items. Sorry, I'm trying to like separate the keychains. I have this many. So I feel like if I can make one more pack of the 6 claw machine buddies, I will be totally set for the claw machine items. And then just so that you can get a better look, these are all the keychains that I have. I usually like to have 36 keychains, but if that doesn't happen this time, I'm not gonna be mad. So my next step is gonna be to evaluate the inventory that I have and make a list of what else I would like to have ready for the market. And like I said, just being completely real, I might not have my booth as full as I would ideally like to, but that's okay because I do this for fun. So today is Thursday. Me and Nick are going to a comedy show tonight, so I'm not gonna have time to crochet really. And then Friday, I probably won't have done very much. So I'll probably update y'all on Sunday because my Saturday is pretty full. We're going to taste wedding cakes, so that's super exciting. But I will update you in a couple of days and you can see where I'm at in the process. But just know probably not that much is going to happen until then. So I'll see you in a few days, even though it'll just be a couple of seconds for you. And hopefully I got some stuff accomplished by then. Okay, thank goodness, because I actually just found my little $10 basket. I forgot that I had switched over to another basket type, so I do have those guys right here. I honestly don't think I need to make a ton for the $10 basket, but I will be needing to make some car mirror charms. I have 2 little ducks and a Frank the Frog, but those usually sell pretty good at the outdoor markets. Oops, because I can hang them from the top of my tent. So I just wanted to let y'all know that I found them. I thought y'all were gonna be really happy for me, so I hope you are. I know I said I was done for the day, but I decided since I already had everything out, I was gonna go ahead and make a little list to see what else I needed to hopefully make before the market. So far, I have 4 mystery boxes that I'd like to make, 6 $12 items for the $12 basket, 2 $10 items for the $10 basket, and 6 car mirror charms. And whatever else I can make besides that, awesome. But I'm not going to put any pressure on myself, although it would be nice to have a few more snugglers too. I'm not sure if I'm going to bring the pegboard to this one because I only have like 5 snugglers now, whereas I used to have 10 to 15 plus. So I don't really know what I'm going to do with that, but if I can make a few more snugglers, I feel like that will be my next priority, so that I can display them and it not look totally empty. But we'll just have to see. I'm also thinking that the Mama Made Minis mini snuggler patterns will be good for that because they are super quick. I timed myself making my first one and I think it took an hour and a half, but they're a pretty decent size and they're super quick. So now that I've made a few more and I kind of have the style that they write their patterns down, I think that I'll be able to knock it down to an hour. So I am going to try to make a few of those, and I've added 3 of them to my list. So now I promise I'm done for today. Let's see how much I can get done before the next check-in. So it is now Tuesday. I actually was more productive than I thought I was going to be these last few days. We went to go taste wedding cakes and we are gonna go with that vendor, so that was super fun, but that was all the way in McKinney. So we actually passed Allen, which is where the Lone Star Mercantile is, which is where my little booth is. So since stuff wasn't selling, I was like, hey, do you think we can stop by to maybe get some stuff? And he agreed. My anxiety was just telling me everything's knocked over, like my display is like everything fell apart, like the things we built and stuff. So I just wanted to like kind of check on it more than anything. And I was thinking about maybe grabbing a couple of items to up my inventory for this weekend, and you know, if they don't sell, I can just take them back. So we walk into the Lone Star Mercantile and go to my booth, and I was shocked at the condition of my booth. Literally every single plushie was knocked over, everything was on the wrong shelves, there were other crochet items that I didn't even make on my shelf. The pegboard was a mess. People were putting the plushies back upside down. Most of the snugglers weren't even on the pegboard, and the pegboard was pretty much empty. So I'm just disappointed and a little upset that I am in a 6-month lease with a place that lets the vendor booths look like that. And that place is like 30 minutes away from where I live, so it's not really ideal for me to go like every couple of days to kind of, you know, make sure everything's where it's supposed to be. So I got upset and I took a handful of plushies, more like an armful, I guess, like this many, and I handed them to Nick and I said, hold these. And then I gathered another armful of plushies and we just walked out the door with them. Nobody questioned us. I'll put a picture of all the plushies that we took out of the store without anyone asking. So yeah, it was kind of a disappointing experience. But on the bright side, that means I am not gonna have to stress so much about getting some of like the smaller items ready for my market. I feel like I have plenty now that I went to go steal that inventory. So it's only the first month of me having that booth, but I'm already just not having a great feeling about it. So I'll keep you updated as it goes, but I was not a fan of how everything was in disarray whenever I got there. And I'm also not a fan of how you can just walk out of the store with armloads of stuff without getting questioned at all. That also means that I don't have any more $10 or $12 plushies to make because both those baskets are now full. I also saw that I only had like one actual box that I use for my mystery boxes left over. So I went ahead and ordered some more of those today. And now I'm gonna show you what I did over the past few days. So over the weekend, I was like, oh, Easter's coming up. So I wanted to make a couple of little Easter bunnies. So I made these little guys from Raven Jade Co. So I told myself that I wanted to make 4 snugglers, and I said I was gonna make the Mama Made mini ones, but I decided any snugglers will do. So this knocks 2 of them off my list. And they're just really cute. They have like a fun little style with their egg-shaped heads in a loving way. And I've had this bloom yarn forever, and I haven't really been able to do anything with it because I didn't have like a ton of it. So I thought these little Easter bunnies were the perfect solution to that. So I got these guys done this weekend, and I also finished a pattern test for my friend Jake over at Critter Stitch Studios. He is releasing some different birds that have some medieval themes to them. I think they're called Birds of Valor, if I'm not mistaken. But I made Oliver the Night Owl. Get it? Night Owl. But here he is. So I have him as a plushie to sell at my market, and he does stand up on his own. He does have removable accessories, so his little helmet can come off, and his cape and all of his stuff can come off. So that was a fun little project, and it's done now, and I'm seeing that I need to fix this. So I will do that after this video. This is probably the cutest thing I've maybe ever made in my entire life. And I think it has a lot to do with the yarn type that I used, but I needed to make another snuggler, and I got on Etsy and I was like, I'm gonna buy a new snuggler pattern. And I found this adorable little May the Elephant from BK Crochet, and I am not okay with how cute it is. And it was super quick to make too. I'm just in love with it. It just has like the perfect little body shape. It's just so flat, and its ears are super cute. And I love the little puff stitch toes as well. So that is a super cute pattern. I've also made the cow snuggler from BK Crochet, and it's a really great pattern. So I like her patterns a lot, and May the Elephant is amazing, and I can't wait to make more. So that was the third snuggler out of the 4 snugglers I wanted to get done. So then I was like, okay, I need to make one more snuggler. So I got another new pattern from Jenny Loopy-Doo, and it's this little goat baby. I feel like the nose is kind of big. I don't know. I tried to do it like she did hers, but anyway, I still think it's cute. But that's the little goat, and I'm dead at how cute the little tail is. That's probably my favorite part. And the shape of it is just nice. So I think with these 4 little snugglers, I'm in much better shape than I was. So all the snugglers are knocked off the list. And then I was like, you know what? I feel like I'm ahead for once in my life. So I'm gonna make something a little bit bigger. So just keep in mind, my normal Mama Made Minis plushies are this big. And this is using their mini snuggler pattern and the plushie ebook. So with that, you can turn any mini snuggler pattern into a mini plushie. So this is the normal size of them. I decided that it would be fun to see what it would look like in Big Twist plush yarn because I had some, and I wanted to use it because I didn't know what else I was going to use it for, but I've had it for a long time, and I am absolutely obsessed with the result. This is their little, I think his name is Bix the bear, but he is so cute, and I love how big he turned out in blanket yarn. I'm crying at the size difference. But I don't have a ton of larger items for this market, so I think this is perfect. And I was kind of skeptical about using the sinker eyes on it because I feel like people who make the Mama Made Minis plushies and snugglers only really use like the dark little bead eyes, the all black eyes, or they will embroider the eyes on. But I don't know, this is just like a funky little guy, and I really like him. And you know, it's kind of nice to make things in blanket yarn because this only took me about an hour and a half still, but I'm gonna be able to charge more because it's a lot larger than this little guy who I'm probably only gonna be able to get like $25 or $30 for. These patterns are super fun. I've really enjoyed making them. I hope they sell well at the market this weekend. And I am so sick of the windy weather. We have a ton of construction going on around our house, so it's like a constant dust storm. You have to walk at like a 90-degree angle to get anywhere. So I'm just hoping that we're not going to be experiencing these strong winds this weekend because it is an outdoor market and it might kind of be difficult to keep everything in place. I am glad that I sell plushies rather than like mosaic art or something like that, because if a plushie falls, like, yeah, it sucks because you have to put it back in its place, but if a, you know, stained glass window falls, it's done. Fingers crossed for good weather. There's also a small chance of rain on the radar, but let's hope that that goes away. It's still early, so we'll just have to see. I'm just gonna make whatever I feel like tonight. I'm not really sure what that's going to be. Maybe a couple more Mama Made Minis, maybe a couple of Crafted for Comfort's Pokemon. I feel like the theme for this market is the Mama Made Mini plushies and Crafted for Comfort Pokemon. So yeah, I'll probably make more of one of those, but I'll check in again, either tomorrow or Thursday to show y'all what I got done. And the only thing that I have left on my list is I want to make my pack of claw machine buddies, and I might make all of them into keychains, or I might make half keychains, half claw machine items, and then I'm just waiting for my boxes to come in, and then I have to make 4 little plushies. So in total, I mean, my claw machine buddies are so small, like that'll take me less than an hour to make all of them. So I'll probably save that for like Thursday, and then I'll probably also save the car mirror charms for Thursday, as well as the mystery box items, because all of those are relatively quick, and you know, I just kind of want to build some of the bigger stuff up while I still can. So that's your little Tuesday update. Okay, so it's now Thursday, and the last couple of days I kind of just took it easy. I had a pattern test that I got selected for Pebbles Crochet, and I am obsessed. It's a little Charmander. So now I have a Charmander, Squirtle, Pikachu, and Mew snuggler in this style. So I think they're gonna look super cute all together, and I'm obsessed with the little tail details, but this should be releasing soon. So be sure to check out her patterns because they are so stinking cute every single time. I also decided I wanted to make another Pokemon, surprise, surprise. I've been on a kick, if you can't tell, but this might be one of my favorites from this creator. It is Eevee, and it's just so cute. Like, I love the tail, and I love the little fur piece that it has, and it's just super cute and chibi, and I love it. So thank you, Hege from Crafted for Comfort, for coming up with this adorable pattern. And if you haven't made her Pokemon patterns, you definitely need to. But I mean, look at that tail. So cute. So that's pretty much the bulk of what I have done over the past couple of days. And I also got my mystery boxes in the mail. So I made a few more little mystery box guys. So I made 2 little octos and, one octo and 2 little whales. So I have a total of 9 mystery box items. So I think that'll look fine for my display. I'll have 3, 3, and 3. And if I have time to make more, I'll make more, but if not, then not. I have everything filled up for my $10 basket, so I'm happy with that. I'm done with the $10 items. For my $12 basket, I want to add one more thing. So I know I talked about adding some possums earlier, so I'm gonna try to make 1 or 2 more possums and or mice to kind of fill up this little space right here. But I think that's super cute. I like how I have all the mini loaf cats in the front, and then I'll have these guys, and then just kind of some random ones in the back. But I think it's looking pretty cute so far. So that's almost done. So the things that I definitely want to get done tonight, because I want to have a relaxing weekend until the market, and I actually have a pattern test that I need to complete for Crafted for Comfort. So I'm hoping to work on that after tonight and just have all my market stuff totally done. So the things on my list are the 2 $12 items, 4 car mirror charms, and 6 of my claw machine buddies to make into keychains and or claw machine items. So I'm gonna try to get all of that done tonight so that I don't have to worry about anything, and I will check back in tonight and we'll see if I got everything done or not. But before that, my order from Crafted for Comfort came in. I'm making her Feathertail Dragon Mount pattern. So I got a couple of these awesome 3D printed shields that look like wood, and a little dragon goes on them. So I'm super excited to make those, and that's actually the pattern test that I have to work on that I'm super excited about. And I also got another large shield. So I'll probably be making one of those dragons with like a plush yarn for that. And then I also got a ton of glass eyes. I don't know if y'all have seen these, but they are absolutely beautiful. And I'm super excited to make some fun, like, mythical creatures with these. But I got a good variety of colors, so we'll see what I can come up with. Hopefully something good. And last but not least, Crafted for Comfort and Relic Works have some little 3D printed horns that are super cool. So she threw some in for me and I am very grateful, but these are so cute. They're like giving Jackalope fantasy, mythical. I don't know, I love them. But I'm super excited to use these. And then I think I'm actually gonna use these on one of the dragon mounts. I have a nice Skinny Chanel yarn that is light blue that I think these will look really nice with. I think the Jackalope style is more fitting for me. But I just wanted to show you guys that stuff because I have been wanting to place an order for some more of their cool 3D printed stuff and it finally came in, so I just figured I'd share. Anyway, like I said, I'll see you again tonight. So it is now Thursday night. I got almost everything I wanted to done. So I have a few car mirror charms that I made. I made a little chick. I made a couple of chickens, and I'll put the creator of this pattern up on the screen. I can't remember it off the top of my head, but I modified the swinging birds pattern to make a little chicken. And I just used the chick pattern and I put a little whatever that thing on top of their head is called. But I think they turned out super cute. And they would look really cute swinging in someone's car. And I went ahead and also made another Frank the Frog. I still gotta clean these guys up a little bit, all the fuzzies and stuff, but this is a pattern by me and it works up super fast. So I got all of my little car mirror charms done. So I'm very happy about that. I didn't make as many claw machine items as I initially wanted to, but I made 4. So these are all from my Claw Machine Buddies pattern pack. This is the little puppy. This is the kitty. I put the eyes way too close together, but I think it kind of turned out cute, like kind of like that Persian cat look. So I got those two, and I'll either put these in the claw machine or I will put keychains on them and make them into keychains. I'll have to kind of count what I have and evaluate from there. I also made 2 little bears. And I've got to be honest, I really didn't want to crochet tonight because I knew I had to make the smaller things and I usually don't like making them as much as bigger items because it's just tedious to do the little details, making sure all the little bobble stitches add up and attaching the swings. But all of these patterns were so quick to make that I really didn't mind, but instead of pushing myself to make the 6 little items, I just made 4, and I'm gonna call it and I'm gonna relax for the rest of the night. I also ended up making an additional little chick, and this is from the Birds on a Swing pattern, but I also used a little chick from it to put into my mystery boxes. So we're gonna pack up my last mystery box and I'll have 10 mystery boxes total. So this is what I think Max wants to be in it. This is what the boxes that I get from Amazon look like. I just do that. And then I put a sticker in. This little sticker was so cute. And then I put my little plushie in. And then we close that up. Just like that. And then I have these question mark stickers that I put on them to make them look extra mysterious. What's inside? Well, you know, because you saw me put it in there. but it feels really good to have everything done a few days before the market so I'm not stressing out last minute. I feel like I made plenty of stuff and it was very convenient to hijack the stuff at my little storefront so that I feel like I have plenty of inventory, and all I need to do is take photos of the plushies that I haven't taken photos of yet to make a little bit of content for social media. And then tomorrow I will tag everything with the price tags, and then I'll be ready for the market. My next video will be a market recap, so be sure to stay tuned for that. And I'll be going over kind of what sold at the market and maybe what I wouldn't bring again. And I appreciate you watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time.